2nd November, the Holy Mother Church annually sets apart to remind us of the value inherent in recalling our dear departed. Indeed, all the departed in purgatory, and praying for the repose of their souls. Having honored the Church triumphant in heaven on 1st November, the very next day the Church militant on earth, with due concern, turns her gaze onto the members of the Church suffering in purgatory, thus demonstrating in no unmistakable terms the supernatural bond of the communion of saints. Yesterday, on All Saints' Day, we celebrated the countless saints, well known and unknown to us, who serve as models of the numerous ways of being Christ to the world, who we turn to in prayer as friends on our spiritual journeys, and who we recall at the Eucharistic table as those members of the body of Christ already in God's presence. On All Souls' Day, then, we remember our loved ones who have passed away, pray for their eternal rest, and call to mind that we too will one day pass away. We hope to live, believe, and even die like the holy saints who have gone before us. The feast was established in 998 by Saint Odilo, first abbot of Cluny, to enable his monks to offer special prayers for the departed. The Cluniac practice gradually gained popularity and spread to parts of Europe and Latin America. The date, which became practically universal by the end of the 13th century, was so chosen as to immediately follow the Feast of All Saints. Catholic tradition regarding All Souls' Day centers on the belief that even though some people who have died are presently in a painful state, nevertheless experience some joy in knowing that they will, in time, be fully united with the Lord, Creator in His glory and happiness. Pope Francis has granted a special means during the pandemic to obtain plenary indulgences during the entire month of November for the remission of temporal punishment due for sins already forgiven. Plenary indulgence during month of November. Due to the coronavirus pandemic and the need to avoid large groups from forming were prohibited, the plenary indulgence applicable to the deceased by those who visit a cemetery has been extended beyond the normal dates of 1 to 8th November. This year, the indulgence can be obtained by anyone who visits a cemetery, even if only mentally, on any day in November, and devoutly prays for the faithful departed. Regarding the plenary indulgence attached to All Souls' Day, 2nd November this year, it can be obtained not only on the preceding or succeeding Sunday or on the actual feast day, but on any other day of the month chosen by each member of the faithful. In this case, the indulgence is obtained by devoutly visiting a church or an oratory, along with the recitation of the Our Father and the Creed, and the other requirements associated with a plenary indulgence. The homebound. For anyone who cannot leave their home for various reasons, including anti-COVID restrictions, they too can obtain the plenary indulgence by uniting themselves spiritually to other members of the faithful. In this case, the condition of being completely detached from sin and the intention of completing the other requirements for obtaining a plenary indulgence remain. These conditions are sacramental confession, reception of Holy Communion, and a prayer for the Holy Father's intentions. The decree suggests that such prayer take place before an image of Jesus or the Blessed Virgin Mary. Among the various prayers that are recommended are prayers for the deceased, morning or evening prayer from the office of the dead, the Rosary, the Divine Mercy Chaplet, meditating on various Gospel passages proposed for the Liturgy of the Dead, or completing a work of mercy by offering to God the suffering and discomforts of one's own life. Invitation to priests. Directing a word to priests, the decree asks that they make the sacrament of confession generously available and that they make Holy Communion available to the sick. In addition, all priests are invited to offer 3 Masses on All Souls' Day. The offering of 3 Masses refers to the decree of Pope Benedict XV, dated 10th August 1915. The 3 Masses offered are one for his own intention, another for the souls in purgatory, and a third for the intentions of the Holy Father. In the final analysis, this day is a day of hope for the entire Church, focusing as it does on the fullness of the Paschal mystery, enveloping every believer in its redeeming embrace.